Hi students, so today we're going to talk about questions on monetary policy in India. So let's see what is the first question here. As you can see on the screen, so I'm going to start is the first question, and we are going to start from barter system because as I said, so I'll ask the first question is what is a barter system? The second question is define money. Okay, and also the third question I will give is what were the difficulties under barter system of trade. Okay, so I'm giving you 1 minute of time. Let me see. Okay, so what is barter system of exchange from goods in by goods? Okay, so it is like an exchange. Example is like it does not provide a direct purchase of goods, and since there is no common unit, so it's an indirect exchange of goods. Okay, where it is exchange of goods for goods is barter system. Okay, so money, definition of money you can write as money is what money does. Okay, by Fisher you can give any one of the definitions. Yes, the next one I will just wrap this so that I can give point wise the difficulties of barter system. Okay, just a minute, let me wrap this. Yes, so as I said, we will write the answers for difficulties under barter system. Yes, so let us see the difficulties under barter system, because if you know that just because there was difficulties in barter system, that is why there was introduction of money. So the first one was double coincidence of wants. Okay, then the second one was then lack of information. So lack of information. Okay, lack of information about the product quality. Okay, then the third one is impossible. What was impossible? So impossibility of subdividing. So if you want to divide, you cannot divide, so subdivisions. Okay, so that was the fourth. Okay, then third difficulty then is number of units of account, the measure. So you can't count the worth of goods. So say for example, you can't divide also of goods. Okay, so this was the four difficulties which were there, and to overcome this, the definitely what has happened is money was introduced. Okay, so that is why so what are the following features? So early humans, they started devising a system. So let me rub this and let me ask you the third question. Okay, just let me wrap this. Yes, so as I said is what was the instrument, what was the direct what was the made payment of new instrument which was introduced. Okay, so let me write down the question. What was the early humans feature for devising a system? So like as I said, to overcome the problems of, or you can this question can be asked in a different way also, that how was the barter system overcome? Okay, so you need to write the features. Okay, so the answer to this is the first one. As I said, it is a problem, so it must be measured. So the such a kind of system should be there, that it must be measured. Yes, the first one. The second one, it should be highly liquidity, so everybody should have. And remember what was the instrument they had bought. I will tell you also. They were arrows. Okay, so generally everybody needed arrows because hunting was going on, so arrows were having high liquidity. Then the third one, it can be stored. Okay, it must be wanted by everyone, so it must be wanted by everyone. And fifth, it can be exchanged easily. Okay, easily, so that is very important also. Okay, now the next question. Explain the evolution of money. So the question is, explain the evolution of money. So what was the evolution? So what is the answer? So in the beginning, the first evolution of money was commodity money. Okay, the second one was metallic money, and the third one was paper money. So they can ask you questions also based on that what is commodity money, what is metallic money, and what is paper money. So that also will be asked also, and you can answer the question also. Now the next question is, define the functions of money. So what are the functions of money? Yes, so now what are the functions of money, if you remember? So there are 4 functions. Yes, there are 4 functions. So let me write down the answer here. The first function is, it's a medium of exchange. Second function, store of value. Third function, measure of value. And the fourth function is standard of deferred payments. Okay, so this is basically the 4 functions of money, and that is most important. Okay, and now coming to the next question. Let me just wrap this. Okay, so now I will ask you is, the next question is, define fiat money. Okay, that is the first question. Then what is minimum reserve system? Okay, so the answer to fiat money, let me write down the first answer. Okay, so as I said, under convertible monetary system, okay, so the paper money issued by the central bank is backed by underlying precious. Okay, so what is it? The currency notes. So a very easy question. The currency notes issued by the central banks are fiat money. Okay, so what does it mean? Which means order of the government. Okay, so that is very important, so you have to remember this. Okay, my next question was, what is minimum reserve system? So this is very important, that all the central banks are supposed to, are they required to keep only a minimum amount of gold and other approved securities. So in India, the RBI is required to keep 200 rupee crores. Okay, so on the basis of minimum reserve system, banks can issue the currency in any number subject to the economic condition of the country. So that was the answer. Okay, the next question, so just let me quickly wrap this also. Okay, so what is the significance of money? So what is the significance of money? So they are again very important points. I think there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 points are there. So let me wait. Okay, so the first one is money facilitates exchange and promotes trade. Second, money promotes savings in an economy. Third, money provides incentives. So it's because of money that you're working, that is why it's called as incentive. Incentive for people to work hard and satisfy their wants in an economy. Okay, then money helps producer to earn profits and reinvest the profit to generate more income and employment. Okay, so that is the, as I said, it is the fourth thing. Then also it is like a blood. So money flows like blood in the economy. So money flows like blood. Okay, it revives the crisis, okay, from depression, especially in an economy. Okay, and the next point is the last point, the sixth point. So money in the form of wages. So money in the form of wages increase productivity of labor in the economy. Okay, so this is what is the question which was asked, as I said also. And yes, now you have to remember this also. This is very, very important also, as I told you. So now we will talk about the next topic, as I said, is we are going to talk about is citizens charter. So that is very important point also. So let me just clear this. Okay, so we will talk about the citizens charter importance, objective, features, which is also a very important point of monetary policy. So let me write down here. So yes, citizens charter, the importance and objective. Okay, so what is citizens charter and what are the features and what are the problems which are faced in implementation of guidelines? So that is also there. See, now in any nation, there is a need of good governance for a sustainable development, both in economic and social activity. So there must be a good governance. So that is very important. So let me write down here. In any nation, there is a need of good governance for sustainable development, both economic and social. Okay, so now there are three major aspects which are highlighted in good governance. So let me write three aspects for good governance. Okay,